Hello again, everybody. This is Dan Hussey, and I wanted to bring you an update for 4/22/2011. Up I have on the screen, I have the dollar index. I wanted to first start off, we're going to be taking a look at the dollar index and the euro dollar primarily to get a good idea of where we are in trend. Just for starters, the dollar index has not broken its downtrend, and that downtrend has continued from every entry to target, pullback, entry to target. We now seem to be holding below our target level for this previous entry to target, which actually suggests that we could be breaking out now into an extension, and that extension would start a series of extensions to the downside and is considered an Elliott wave. Extensions are considered wave 4s. So you have 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. This could be the start wave 1 of 3, and we start heading much lower, much faster, and a wave 3 of 3. Point here is trend is down until it's not, and until we fail, because we've been moving down in series of traditionals, until we can break above the 75 figure now, specifically the 75.01 or 02 figure in the dollar index, the trend is down until we get a break of the 75 figure to the upside. I, trading my system, cannot buy the dollar. Alright, now I want to take a look at the euro dollar. If I find myself feeling a little silly because last week we had been my video last week had actually taken a look at this trend higher here. We were tracking this trend that moved higher from entry to target, entry to target, entry, and then we had a subsequent trend failure. That trend was actually on a 15-minute time frame. That trend happened within, it was a trend failure within this leg up. So that didn't mean the uptrend necessarily failed when we failed that trend. We just failed the trend, and effectively, if you want to consider it a pattern or something else, this channel, you can consider trends, you can channel trends, or you can consider them a 5-wave sequence, an Elliott wave. In this move up, you can consider both. So when we had a trend failure, we had a pullback that invalidated that trend up. So we no longer continued up in whatever series or program was trading this higher here. All right. If we move back to the 4-hour time frame, though, I can show you the level that did actually hold. It was actually an extension level from the February 2nd, 2011 high to new high. Let me just delete all drawings for a second. So it was from the February 2nd, 2010 high. Let's try that one more time. To new high, and we held the 50% pullback. That actually had a target of the 146.70 target, I believe, which we came just shy of before starting a new consolidative pattern on a smaller time frame. So the entry of the 142 entry had a target of 146.70. You could consider that target achieved on a 4-hour time frame. We did front run it by almost 20 pips. So I'm a little hesitant to say that the upside is done, or at least for this target, and we'll get a pullback. And mainly because when we move down to the 15-minute time frame, you can see see where our target is. We came just shy of it. We started in it from that 142 entry level, or the lows really that happened at 140.150. We started moving higher in a new series. Then moved into extensions. And the extension that traded yesterday at 12:30 Central Standard Time, so just right in the middle of the afternoon, the low that traded went up and actually blew through targets, and in that move, so we moved into extensions. Now we did fail the extension from here. from the high, the previous high to new high. We failed that extension. However, the pullback did stall at the previous extension support. So keeping the same anchor, new high for this extension, support has held perfectly at the 50% retracement. I noted on Friday, and I'll bring up that chart now. This is the chart I posted actually on Friday, or I'm sorry, Thursday, that noted we were holding the 50% extension level. That would take us to a 147 target and likely continue higher to longer term targets, which we'll take a look at in a second again. But we also held a 50% short, which that short set up at the 145.90 area. And I mentioned that I thought we would consolidate. We have consolidated in that. And until liquidity returns next week, early next week, we're basically looking at this 145.30 to 145.90 range. A break above likely move to 147, and a break below could open first to us trading all the way halfway back to 144 support. If 144 support gives way, however, there really is nothing way of support until keeping with this extension, same anchor, new high. No support until 142.50. So our support levels, if we break to the downside, break below 145, really, we're looking to 144, 142.50. A break below 142.50 opens all the way to a full halfway back from the January lows to the highs, which comes at a 137.50. And a break there would actually open up to an even deeper retracement to do a double test of that original long. And this is a weekly euro-dollar chart up now. The original long for the 182 lows to the 142.80 highs, we held that 30%, 50% retracement level. We would open to a retest of the 130 level. A break there actually puts us testing a retracement from lows, all-time lows of the 82s to all-time highs of the 160s. The 50% retracement that held in June of 2010, that 121 level, 121.50 level, and below there, there's not much support until a brand new low, and of course we would be setting up in likely a new long-term short setup. But as of right now, based on where support held at the 120 level, we actually have weekly or monthly targets up around 180 at 178.50. And currently, just in the daily setup that we've looked at in the last video, we held the 130s. We're heading to a 148.50 target. And of course, if targets blow through, we'll move into extensions and the trend will continue higher. Interesting to note as well, the euro actually held a trend line support when in that previous pullback. It had tested it as support, held support, and that's why I feel we're going higher. Alright everybody, I hope you've enjoyed my video, and the trend is up for the euro dollar until it's not. And I have 2 other videos on YouTube you can check out right now, part 1 and 2, that I look at the dollar index more closely, as well as the S&P 500. Enjoy your weekend everybody, and happy Easter.